Om pavitrestu Vaishnavyau savitur vaha prasava utpunam yachindren pavitrena suryasmarashmabhihi tasyate pavitrapate putas jatakamaha puneta chakiyam. Hari Om. Apavitro pavitro va sarvavastanangato apiva yahasmrit pundarikaksham sabhahabhyantara suci pavitram kuruchasanam. Om tilakang cha mahapunyam pavitram papanashanam Apadaharte nityam lalate hari chandanam. Hari Bhakalyan. The shoulders, please. प्रेम से बोलिए श्री राम नाम सत्य है सबही हो घट है. Dear sympathizers, this morning we all assembled here, this chapel of Wight Funeral Home, to bid farewell to a most noble individual who has passed away into transition, the late Mr. Popla or Mr. Deonarine Siunarine. We live on this planet Earth, which is called Mrityu Lok. The word Mrityu means death and Lok means planet. Once we are born, definitely death has to come. The greatness of our scriptures teaches us that we do not identify with the body, but with the Atma or the soul, and the soul cannot die. So although it has left the body, it still continues to exist. In Sanatan Dharam, we are supposed to really observe 16 sanskars or rites or rituals. And these really begin with preconception of a baby in the mother's womb. And it goes through life where we're supposed to observe them. One of the major ones is supposed to be the Vivaha Sanskar, which is the wedding ceremony, which you hardly see again too. And it goes down until the final one comes, is when the soul has left the body. Then we have to prepare this body for disposal. So this ritual is called the Anteshti Sanskar. So we are here to perform this rite or ritual on behalf of the late teach. Let us stand, please. Wish take your correct name and his correct name. Meditate on Lord Vishnu and ask the Lord to sanction in your Akashic records in the heavens this Anteshti Sanskar you're going to do on behalf of your late uncle. Hari Om Tat Sat Tat Sat Tat Sat Shrimad Bhagavate Mahapurushaye Vishnu Ragya Pravatamanasya Adda Brahman Dvitiye Paradhe Vishnu Pade Shri Svedvadaha Kalpe Vaivasmanavantare Ashtavinshyati Tame Kali Yuge Kali Pratham Charane West Indies Khande Trinidad Deshe Sangre Grande Gramse Hari Om Toko Road Nagare Se Hari Om Sri Ananda Nam Sanavastare Sri Surya Uttarayan Om Jeshtama Se Sri Krishna Pakshe Chaturdasi Tithi Hari Om Sri Mangalabare Kritika Nachatra Vrishab Rasi Nananam Bhaktya, your name, his name, Amuk Pretasya Anteshti Sanskar Karishye Namaha Bolo Sri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai. Please sit there and bow and a flower. Hari Om. Meditate on Lord Vishnu, the ultimate of the universe, as we seek his grace and mercy. Face that way, please. Right. Shantakaram bhujagashainam padbanabham shuresham veshwadharam gagana sadrisham meghavaranam subhangam lakshmikantam kamalanainam yogi virdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhau Bhaiharam Sarvalokaikanaatham Mahavishnu Bhagavan Daya Karo Raksha Karo Chama Karo Bolo Shri Ram Naam Satya Hai Sabhi Ho Ghat Hai. Please sit there and bow. Pretty Panditya. You all could sit. Water. You will ID dear. Right, Vish, take this water and sprinkle water along the body. Om Adhyamuka Gotrasya Muka Pretasya Mritistane Shaunimit Snanang Mayadiya Tevo Patishtatam Snanang Mayadiya Tevo Patishtatam Adhyamuka Gotrasya Muka Pretasya Mritistane Shaunimit Snanang Mayadiya Tevo Patishtatam. Acha. Put a nice, with your ring finger on your right hand, put a nice neat chandan on the center of his forehead. Om Adhyamuka Gotrasya Amuka Pretasya Mritistane Shaunimit Chandanam Mayadiya Tevo Patishtatam. Which mala you have for him? The big one? See that there? Hari Om Adhyamu Gotrasya Muka Pretasya Mritistane Shaunimita Pushpamala Mayadiya Tevo Patishtatam. Go ahead. Pushpamala maya diyatevo patishtatam. Perfume. Adhyamu gotrasya mukha pretasya mritistani shaunamit. Atarmaya diyatevo patishtatam. Atarmaya diyatevo patishtatam. Hari Om. Good rest of the day. Okay. Now you're doing arti. But whilst you're doing the arti, you'll be going around the coffin 5 times, right? Make an arti very slowly. Adhyamu gotrasya mukha pretasya pratistane shaunamit deepanam maya diyatevo patishtatam. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jab charo taraf andhiyara ho आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न खेवनहारा हो तब तू ही बेड़ा पार करो तब तू ही बेड़ा पार करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे फिर जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे पिंदा श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे राम नाम सत्य है सब ही हो घट है I want you to get access to his right hand for me, please. Really? All right. You could, yeah, that's where you could reach, right? Yeah. When I tell you, you're going to offer it like this in his hand. Yeah. Okay, just now, right? Hari Om. Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mritistane Shaunamit Eshato Pindo Maya Diyatevo Patishtatam. Hari Om, offer a little black till with some water in it just now. Om Adhyamu Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Tilan Jisyo Maya Diyatevo Patishtatam. Dolly. Now, because he died in the Panchak period, we are going to perform this ritual, which is called the Totka, although it is more effective when the body has been cremated, which now is out of Panchak. But yet still it's better safe than sorry. So we are going to offer these 5 little dolls that have been prepared. When I tell you, right, hold it like this, please. You're going to take some black till, offer on the first one. Then the second one, then third, then fourth, and then fifth, right? So you're going for the first one. Om Vasopavitramasi Shatadharang ko Vasopavitramasi ko Sahasra ko Dharang Devasva ko Haryam Savita Punatu ko Vaso Om Pavitrena ko Shatadharin ko Supava ko Kamadhukshaha Om Vasubinamaha Pretavahai Namaha Om first one Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti. Second one Om Varunasya Thombaramasi Varunasya Skamsar Jaranisto Varunasya Riti Sadan Yasi Varunasya Riti Sadan Masi Varunasya Riti Sadan Masi Om Varunaya Namaha Pret ko Sankhyaye Namaha Om Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti. Third one Om Sri Utano ko Hibudhanya ko Sri Notwach ko Hari Om Sri Ekapata Prithvi ko Samudraha Veshvedeva ko Rita Vrito ko Hari Om Huvana Stutata ko Hari Om Antraha Kavishvasta ko Avantu Om Ajay ko Paday Namaha Pretapay Namaha Om Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti. Fourth one Hari Om. Shiroma nama siko swadhiko istite ko pita ko namaste ko astu ko mamahi ko ghungsi nivartayamya ko yuvesha ko nadhai ko Hari Om prajanaya ko Raya soshai ko suprajaya stavai ko Hari Om suviryaya ahirbhudhanya namaha pret ko bhumipai namaha Om panchak shanti panchak shanti panchak shanti. Fifth one. Om Pushang Tabrati ko Hari Om Siriya Yatrishi ko Hari Om Makadacha Stotarast ko Ihambasi Om Pushne Namaha Pretharti Namaha Om Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti Panchak Shanti. Very good. Take the first one, please. Place it by the head here. Second one, between the arm there. Next arm. Hari Om. On the navel. And the last one, between the legs down there. Right. Shake out all the black tail on the body. Had up here too, see the had it there. Somebody up it. Take it out from the thing and I put it here now. Eh? See that followed. All right. Hari Om Sri Bhagavan Vatsalam Mama Pujitam. Okay, we get one down there. Okay. Bolo Shri Ram Nam Satya Hai Sabhi Ho Ghat Hai. Put us there. Hari Om. Dear, come a little bit, please. All right. All right. Holy and flower for she and the paper. All right. Put a chandan fame. Om Madhyamuka Gotrasya. Yeah, with your right, yeah? Amuka Gotrasya, a little one. Right. Put it neat, huh? Like plenty. Adhyamuka Gotrasya, Muka Pretasya. Put a chandan fame there. Right. Hari Om Sri Chandanam. Which mala you have for her?
The second one.
Second one, yeah.
No,
The
first one.
Right.
Yeah. That's right.
Which put this on his lip? Adhyamu gotrasya muka pretasya tulsi dalani mayadiya tevo patishtatam. Right. Put a smile for him. Om adhyamuka gotrasya muka pretasya Hari Om Sri Pushpa Mala Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam Hari Om. Spray some perfume. Adhyamu Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Bratistane Shaunamit Attar Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam Attar Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam. Make a little arti for him. Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Bretistane Shaunimit Om Deepanam Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam Deepam Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam. अच्छा गुरुंग भाई सीत दंडवत करे. बोलो श्री राम नाम सत्य है सब ही हो घट है. हरि भक्त कल्याण हरि भक्त केवलम. Bring another mala there for me. Come please. Hello. Yeah, just put a mala for you. Adhyamu gotrasya mukha pretasya mritistane shaunamit pushpamala mayadiyate vopatishtatam. Oh, she want to put the flower too? Go ahead, huh? Adhyamu gotrasya mukha pretasya mritistane shaunamit pushpamala mayadiyate vopatishtatam. Are you married? All right. Well, your granddaughter, right? Yes. All right. Put a chandan for him. No. All right. You can take a sit down now. Yeah. Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Bretistane Shaunamit. All right. A little one. Chandanam Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam. Om Sri Pushpamala Mayadiyate Vopatishtatam. Perfume. Adhyamuk gotrasya mukha pretasya Bretistane shaunamit Pushpamala dipanam maya diyate vopatishtatam Hari Om Deepam Maya Diyate Vopatishtatam. Dival, you want to come? मुझे अपने शरण में ले लो राम मुझे अपने शरण में ले लो राम लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो युगल चरण में ले लो राम मुझे अपने शरण में ले लो राम जीवन देखे जाल बिछाया रच की माया नाचन छाया चिंता मेरे तवे मिटेगी चिंता मेरे तवे मिटेगी प्रचलन पे जब second to last finger ले लो राम मुझे अपने शरण में ले लो राम तुम्हारे लाखों पापी तारे मेरे बारी बाजी हारी मेरे पास न पुण्य की पूजी you have brother-in-law, right? Yeah, you can do full puja for him. पद पूजन में ले लो राम go ahead मुझे अपने शरण में ले लो राम हे राम घर घर अतको दर दर भक्तो कहाँ अपना शिर पकतो इस जीवन में मिलो न तुम तो राम हे राम इस जीवन में मिलो न तुम तो मुझे मरण में ले लो राम मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम राम नाम सत्य है सब ही हो घट है anybody else want to pay your respect please come मुझ हरि ओम yeah go ahead you have flowers if you want Hari Om. There are roses there you could put. Bhajan tells us one day we have to all leave this mortal coil. Be you the king or the vagrant, be you the educated or the illiterate, that recognizes no indifference. We come with our hands empty, and one day we have to leave here. Hari Om. You could do our retaining for me, as a brother-in-law, if you want to. Right? Yeah. Hari Om. एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार ओ एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार जिनके लाख पर दीप बरत है हो जाते वहाँ तपसार anybody else जाते वहाँ तपसार एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार yes son-in-law just put a flower एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार हरि ओम राजा रंक के काल नहीं चिन्हत जा सबके करत आहार एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार ओ एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार राम नाम सत्य है सब ही हो घट है unfish of flowers there please dear devotees, our sympathizers, in fact, we are all here this morning to bid farewell to teach Mr. Deonarine Siunarine, or better known as Popla, who has passed away into transition. We live in this world, Mrityulok, which is this earthly plane, which means once we are born, we have to leave this mortal coil one day. However, Bhagavan Krishna gives us consolation in that we do not identify with this body, but with the Atma or the soul. And he says that this Atma or the soul is part and parcel of me, right? It is ever immortal. It has no birth, so how can it die? Not even this body dies, for the body is made up of the 5 gross elements of earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and we learn that matter cannot be created nor destroyed. So what we call death is not really death, but a transition period where the soul moves from one state to another. He was a great devotee of Krishna Bhagavan, very educated along the line of Gita philosophy also. So let us join in a few verses of praises to Bhagavan Krishna. Hari Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishna Vande Jagat Guru. Krishna Bhagavan said from his own lips, Ye inanko veti hantarang Hari Om Sriya Chaivananko Manyate Hatam O Bhavatau Nabijanito Ko Nanyang Hantatina Hanyate. He said that individual is considered to have achieved the highest excellence in wisdom who can realize the difference between body and soul. Now this happens only when one's third eye is open, or the eye of intuition. Then when you look at yourself in the mirror, you really don't see this mortal coil, but you see the Atma, or this divine spark of Lord Krishna existing within us. That person who has this knowledge and can see that there is a difference between the body and the soul, know it, O Arjun, that person would have possessed the highest excellence of wisdom. Hari Om na jayate mriyate va kadachi ko trayang bhutava ko bhavita vana bhuyaha abhavanityo ko sastrayurang purano no hanyate manyate sharirang. He said, know it that the soul or the Atma is part and parcel of me. It is indestructible. It does not have a birth, so it cannot die. Although the body is slain, the soul is not. And not even the body is slain. Why? Made up of the 5 gross elements, and we learn in science that matter cannot be created nor destroyed. What really dies? If the body does not die, nor the soul does not die, he said, why lament a death? Once there is birth, there will be death. And death is not the end. Death is the beginning of another issue again. Many times we have been born. Many times we have died. But blessed is the soul of the Atma when it can get this human body, which is the highest body in the Lord's creation of 8,400,000 species of life. With this body, we have the blessed privilege that when the time comes to leave it, we can achieve our ultimate objective, which is that the soul should merge back in oneness with the super soul, or what you call moksha, final beatitude. If that does not happen, then the soul returns to take another body here, based on the logical law of the universe, which is the law of karma. What we did with this body whilst we were here on this earth. For what we are experiencing right now is based on our past, and the future depends on what we do with this body. Hence, I was telling Vish that our main obligation in life is just twofold. It's called par and upakar. And what does it mean? Serve the Lord and His creation with a guileless heart. Just do good whilst you could, when you could, as long as you could, as much as you could. Do not wait for good to come to you to do it, but get up and look for opportunities to always do good. Do not look for the reward, but every action has a reaction. The rewards are always there. He was a person of that type of nature, always looking to see where he could help, where he could do what he could do, and so on in this way. So during the course of his active life, he did what he could have done. So when the time came and he was not able to move again, There was no regrets that I could have done and I did not do. You know, he did it. And that's why, again, in Hinduism, it's important to know. Today, what you find you have is a lot of package deal taking place, where you want to do the funeral, the shaving, and the bhandara the same day. It can't work. Although the soul has left the body, we can still help the soul. And these where all these various rites and rituals come in. Right? And what is too difficult to do with for someone who has made such great contribution in our lives? He always looked upon me as a son. That's what I tell you with him, what I could do, you just tell me and I will be there. Nothing is too difficult to do for him. He did it whilst he was there. He always had great reverence and respect for me as a younger person. And actually, he looked at me as a son in this respect, and I always looked upon him too with that admiration and adoration. So all these rites and rituals are very important. So then Arjuna asked Lord Krishna, he said, why life had to be like this? Time to relax and so on, you get knocked, it's time to go. So this is the normal things that happen. He said, Vasasani jirnani ko yatako vihai ko, navani ko grihanati ko naruparani, tatha sharirani ko vihai ko jirna ko nanyati ko sanyam navati dehi. Now, we were speaking before too. The Western calculation of a human existence is 70 years. But the Eastern philosophy tells us that the lifespan of a human really is 1,000 full moons, which works out to be approximately 83.4 years. So he had lived, he has made it. He has made that, he's completed his life on this earth. Right? Lives moves. Krishna Bhagavan says this body is like a suit of clothes, completely worn, regularly worn, it becomes worn out. You discard it to take on a new one. And this is what happens most times with the soul leaving the body. Again, a person is supposed to go through natural issues in life and then face down. We see in Kali Yuga, this is another thing in Kali Yuga we have to stand up and be aware of. The simple, comparison is made. The ripe mangoes staying on the tree and the green ones falling. This is something in Kali Yuga will happen. That is predicted in the text. Younger ones are dying, leaving the older ones are back. You see? Now this is based again on the logical law. We ask the Lord, why? And the only really answer to that unanswered question is karma from previous birth. He said, Arjun, listen, nainang chidanti shastrani nainang dahati pavaka, na chainang ko kalida yapova, hariom shoshyati ko maruta. He said, it have a weapon yet invented to destroy the soul. No amount of water could drown it. No amount of fire can burn it. It is the most ancient thing in the universe. We were somebody's father in one life, or mother, or brother, or sister. You're born back in this here to take up another position in this world. Many thousands of times we have born. Thousands of times we have died. When there is birth, is the beginning process after death. And when there is death, they will have the beginning process of birth coming again. But dependent on that logical law, which is karma, hence why we take this knowledge and we try to do as much good with this body. Krishna Bhagavan gives us this consolation. I feel honored and privileged to be here to perform this last rites for him. The late Mr. Siunarine, as I said, he always looked upon me as a son. He had that admiration, reverence for me as a Pandit and all of these and so on. Right? And did his last puja for him and he could have sat down and done it and so on. And he made his contribution to society as an educator, even receiving one of the highest national awards in education. Okay? All those who will remember him will know him along that line. In the Mandir too, he was vice president of Sanagar Temple. Ram Leela, he gave us 100% support, both financially and morally. Bhagwa, when it comes to his dharma, he didn't mix with that. That is one thing. To my family also too, he was very, and I show it so many other families and great personalities around who he was connected with. Right? He'll be sadly missed. We are very sorry that due to the COVID, we can only have this few people here. Definitely today, if he wasn't there, You wouldn't have place for people, knowing the type of person he was. So on behalf of all of my family, the temple, the Ramlila, the Pagwa, all of these, my deepest condolences and sympathy in this respect. We beg Bhagwan Krishna his mercy. Hari Om. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam Gita Ganga Cha Gayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahm Vidya Brahmavari Tri Sindhya Muktigehini Ardhamatra Chidananda Bhaudhari Bhainashini Veda Tri Parayanantra Tatvarta Jnana Manjari Shri Bhagwan Krishna Bhagwan Vishnu Bhagwan Daya Karo Raksha Karo Chaba Karo Bolo Shri Ram Naam Satya Hai Sab Hi Ho Ghat Hai. Wish offered flowers and bow. I will now call upon his daughter to say a few words here. Hari Om. You might have to use this to talk. Oh, yeah, if you can go there too, yeah.
Namaste. Ask anyone to describe my father, Mr. Deonarine Siunarine, in 2 words, and it usually be some variation of authoritative yet kind-hearted. This perfectly encapsulates his essence. My father, Mr. Deonarine Siunarine, better known as Sadhu on his birth certificate, was born on the 18th of November 1931. He was the 3rd son of 6 children to the parents Jagdev and Ratandev in the area of Guaico. He married his Dulahin, Gendya Maharaj, and had a wonderful marriage of 64 years, if not shrouded in codependency. Our father would always say, if one lasted that length of time, one deserves a medal. Now it is questionable whether my ma, who has been an ideal Dulahin, deserves that one, or my pa. He was a true academic. He was educated at the Coneripo Elementary School and then went to the Hindu College. He started his employment not as a teacher, but as a government clerk. There his long friendship with Mr. L.M. Robinson started and ended with the death of the latter. Pa, Bourge, or Popla as he became known, excelled in his teaching profession. On our Facebook page to the funeral service, Navin traces Pa's ascendancy into excellence from being principal at the Rio Claro Hindu School to the El Dorado Hindu School, where his professional career ended. He retired in 1988, but that journey was filled with lasting and memorable and lifelong friendships. As the years rolled on, Pa retired and he started a new career as a commissioner of affidavits. This was a chance for him to be a major philanthropist. He did as many certificates as he can without any cost. As a teenager with my both brothers, my life was filled with both discipline and fun. My father had a vision of the future. He knew if he used the reverse psychology, he will always achieve success. Often the phrase would be recited to us. Don't study now, it's okay, you'll wash car for your living. Now that phrase was a deterrent for all 3 of us. We became professionals, and that filled my father with pride and joy. His sons, Kishore and Kristen, yet never strayed from that line of teaching, knowing right from wrong. Respect was instilled at an early age in all of us, children, grandchildren, cousins, nephews, nieces, everyone who surrounded himself with my father. But often, though, my brothers would attempt to outfox him. They would go down the alley and play cricket as Pa drove off in his Hillman, and I would be the lookout. My job would be to whistle on the sight of his returning vehicle. My skills failed on many occasions, and often they were caught. And their habit of begging failed also, and the exact punishment was meted out. A self-declared judge, my father was a judge. He was a jury. He was an executioner. He quickly became the patriarch of the Siunarine clan. He would sit in his hammock with his shoulders upright, and he would mete out different decisions. All my cousins who are here today would attest to this. Listening to the narrative, he would make suggestions for improving persons' lives and handing out sentences and punishment, whether it be to Prakash and Kishore for killing the neighbor's fowl, or maybe to my auntie who needed some moral support at some point in life. Pa had a due diligence to duty and family. It was unquestionable. Memories of him going daily to visit my Aji and Aja will remain with all of us as children and adults. He called me at 4 a.m. every single day for almost 40 years. And that is no joke. It was mostly a 10-minute conversation, however, to make sure that all was well with us. But he never missed it. All my cousins will attest to this. The love of my father for his siblings can only be described as sublime. He loved his brothers, and as each one passed away, he grew stronger in his belief that Lord Hanuman knew best. The death of my uncle Sahadev, though, staggered him. It slowed him down. He became less aggressive a little bit in achieving his goals. His sisters passed away one by one, and literally he was alone. Yet, though, he was not alone. He had devoted friends like Mr. Small Butch, Mr. Big Butch, Mr. Karl Datu, Mr. Tarzan Dilip, and so many others. He was a dedicated and loyal friend in return. As a teenager, I often wondered why my pa wanted me to be able to drive at 15. But there was a wisdom in every single thing that man did. I became a chauffeur who took him almost everywhere. He had a sense of efficiency that will shock most of our young people. He saved on air conditioning by instantly turning off the unit as he stepped inside the vehicle, whether it was my vehicle, whether it was Vishnu's vehicle, or whether it was Small Butch's vehicle. We saved on gas, he said. It brought a smile to our faces. The front passenger seat was his. There was no argument. He sat nowhere else. It mattered not who you had. They sat in the back seat. His sense of humor knew no end. He had a very sarcastic streak that was tolerable to so many because it was often very witty and amusing. For instance, many of us would remember the nicknames he would call my mother. My girlfriend's son Justin would mentally muse when he visited about the names that my father called my mother as she ran our household. Ayatollah Khomeini. And these endeared with many of us for so very long. Wisdom and giving advice and adhering to his principles were innate qualities of the man who lie in front of us. Our family faced many adversities, as many families do, but never once did my pa lose faith until almost to the end of his life. As I reflected, I remembered his words on many occasions, and my children and nieces and nephews and everybody whose lives he touched would remember. Always do what is right. Be humble. I will help you. I will help you. and the words resonates in our mind forever. The last phrase my daughters and brothers and everybody would attest to will, "You never give up." He gave many hope in hopeless times. He gave strength when we needed it. He gave his time and his patience in teaching all of us, children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews. Often he would sit in his famous hammock, as all of us know of it, and ask for everyone's books. And he would go through meticulously everything we did, day by day. However, Christian turn, there was a little bit of easing of the rules. Therein lies the Christian's freedom. He supported my daughters in every way, often going against my wishes, for example, like buying this atrocious clogged school heel shoe for Savi when I had prohibited it, but he knew that she wanted it because he believed in each of the strengths and the inner beauty of his grandchildren. He catered for them. He catered for Kival and Rebecca's taste in drinking Smirnoff. We would stock up when they were visiting. He would cater for his nephews and nieces, niece-in-laws and nephews-in-laws when they visited. When asked about the earliest memories of Hanana, my younger daughter Savi said, "When I got to primary school every morning, he would stop his daily rounds in his very haughty way of the students, greet me, he would take a tiny comb from his pocket, and he would neaten my hair." This perfectly embodied my father's persona. He was tough but caring. Many of his nephews and nieces and friends would attest to the absolute wonderful and memorable times we spent together, cracking one with him. Each would tell separate tales of joy of the times that they sat with him and spoke about politics and philosophy. His devotion to religion was one of the ideals that I admired most about my father. We had no alarm clock. We didn't need any. His chanting of the Hanuman Chalisa for every single morning, for every single day of our lives would be our alarm clock, much to Kishore's derision though. He taught himself Hindi and read the Ramayana, more to Vishnu than anybody else, because nobody had the endearing quality to listen to him for that length of time. Eventually, the Sant Nagara temple and his devotees became his second family, and he fulfilled his passion of explaining and expounding about his religion. He was a passionate man about politics because as an academic he realized that Trinidad's progress was directly linked to the choice of leaders. He would argue fervently in the favor of his party until he was almost breathless, and Vishu would stay quiet at the end of it all. A true liberal feminist, he was elated that Trinidad would be the first Caribbean island to swear in their first Indian female prime minister. He wholly admired Mrs. Kamala Bissessa for her beauty, because he had an eye for beauty, and for her charisma. Everyone knows Pa well. He focuses on time. We need to check the time. He looked periodically at his watch, and his neatness and his saving and his economics. Again, these are the characteristics of a disciplined person that he truly was. At a visit to someone's home as an honored guest at 3 p.m., he was ready to head back to his home. He spent many years persuading his friends and family to start the party earlier so that he could maximize his time. He succeeded in persuading Tennyson to move his birthday party closer to Sangre Grande so that he could attend. Tennyson obliged. Therein lies the love between and among the cousins and our family. At 3 o'clock, though, my pa would stand by everybody's door who invited him with his doggy bag in hand, looking intently at his watch and his driver, whoever his driver may be that day. In the reverse, though, one was always welcome to my parents' home, but guests would get a specific brand of rum or scotch, which was stored in a variety of safe places based on the value that my father had placed on it. In the later years, he found joy in simple things, reading a religious book and discussing it with everybody who was willing to listen, listening to Radio Jagrati, an ardent devotee of Satmaraj and Radio Jagrati, sitting in a hammock and enjoying a good meal. We are so happy that he was alive to see the birth of 9 of his grandchildren, whom he loved equally and dearly despite the distance. We will spend the next few days, each of us, reflecting on our most poignant memories of Pa, our father, our uncle, our chacha, our mamu, and thanking him for the best qualities that he's passed on to all of us: a zeal for excellence, a structured approach to solving problems, an intrinsic response to helping others, and caring as deeply as you can. As we all say goodbye, we will smile, we would laugh, we would just cry a little bit, because we would remember the lessons and all his idiosyncrasies as he go into this beyond. We say to him, may Lord Hanuman guide you, my father. May you attain moksha, and may you always stay blessed. Sitaram.
Okay, well, you had heard so much about Mr. Siunarine. Wish you have.
Sitaram, everyone, to all our relatives, friends, Krishna and Kishore abroad. We say Sitaram as you share with us in saying goodbye to Popla, Deonarine, Siunarine. My task is simple, just to thank all those who have interfaced with, who have touched, and who have interacted with my uncle. But it will be remiss of me if I do not share one simple thought which I told my cousin I would share with you all and the rest of the world. He was also a commissioner of affidavit. And as a commissioner, he would ask my chachi in the early years, Mahade chachi, to type an affidavit for him, and he would give her $10 for it. But then when Kishore came and bought him a computer, the resilience of the man made him teach himself everything. Typing, about the internet, and Chachi would stand by his side and call out the date, the PIN number, the birth, while he typed. It was an amazing journey of a husband and wife who taught themselves and who serviced the community as a commissioner of affidavit. To say thanks, if I really have to say thanks to everybody, I will have to spend a day, or more than that probably. But to curtail thanks of the life of so great a man, please bear with me if I omit anyone. So I say beforehand, thank you, Trinidad and Tobago, for Popla and how you all would have treated him. Thanks, of course, must go first to my chachi, Gindia. His wife was faithful, honest, hardworking, and she would devotedly prepare his meals and attend to his every call. I always say, and I used to say to my Uncle Sadio as well, Gandhi Chachi deserved the biggest medal that she could ever get. Thank you, Chachi. Within his last 2 years of life, a number of people interfaced and interacted with him that it is necessary I say thanks. Firstly, to the care girls at Olive House, where he was, and in particular Alison. because she had developed a bond with him and would facilitate Shama in times of COVID to make sure that he got the best of care. A number of doctors attended to him. And we need to say thanks because he developed a special bond with them. They were not just doctors, they were his friends. Dr. Motiram, Justin Motiram, his mom is here, Shama's dear friend, Susila, whom we thank also for your kindness and your emotive disposition towards the family. To Dr. Vimal Sitahal, to Dr. Narayan Singh, to Dr. Deonarine Siunarine, to Dr. Sonja Johnson, to Dr. Vindra Maharaj, we say thanks. We say thanks. And this thanks comes warmly and heartily from both the Siunarine, the Maharaj, the Sitahal, the Bisun family, all those families of ours who would have interfaced with the Bourge, we say thanks. We thank particularly the Eastern Care Lab, Puli and Vishal. Vishal would go home and take the blood when Popla could not come. So we say thanks to them. We also would like to say thanks to a few of our family who would have done human service. I thank my cousin Nival, in particular, for that journey he would make with Chachi every other week and stay with her faithfully while she visited the Bourge. I would also like to say thanks to Kapil and Mahadei Chachi for the kind of support that he will give on the mango and the orange. And then the Bourge will say, Kapileu, right? One to go, Kapileu, one to go. And I would be there and we would take one with him. I would also like to say thanks to the Sanagar Hindu Mandir and its spiritual leader, Pandit Bhavnath Maharaj. Pandit Bhavnath Maharaj, you would have heard, was like a son to the Bourge. But Pandit, thank you for your spiritual guidance. And to the Sanagar Mandir and all the executive of the Mandir, namely his good friend Balu and Small Butch, the secretary, and Mr. Kasi, whom he affectionately called Singwa, and to Mr. Kedar, Mr. Indar, whom he revered. And also, we would like to thank most sincerely the women group with whom we interface, because at Kartik time, they would prepare the meals and Popla and I would come to Kartik. So we thank you, Pandit. Also, there are other people in his life that we would like to say thanks to. We would like to say thanks to the pharmacist, Navin Maharaj, and we would like to say thanks to Shama's friend, Dev Suknanan, to Karl Datu and his wife, and we would also like to thank Loretta from optometrist today. She took all the little glasses to test to determine the correct lens for his glasses patiently. She did what she had to do for him without a complaint. We would also like to thank the Bipat family, the brothers Ricky, Kitty, Boy, Eddie, and the Das family, neighbors, but in particular one neighbor stood out distinctly, that lady called Zora. Affectionately called by the Bourge or by Popla, Zors, what you have there, girl? And he will say to me, Zora can't stay home. She running down the hill to play a mark, bish. She running down the hill to play a mark. You want to take a chuck? And Zora would go and come, and she has remained faithful to Chachi. When the Bourge went to the home, she was cooked and cared for, and we are grateful to Chachi for that. Now, Chachi had her brothers. Some have deceased, but to Dudu and Uncle Siunarine, we thank you for the visit, the care, the stuff that you bring. We are very, very grateful and thankful to you for all that you have done for them. Also, we would like to thank one of Chachi's nieces, Dr. Vindra Maharaj, for the kindness that she did for the Bourge and Shama would interface with Vindra, and she would do every single possible thing to make his life comfortable and easy for Shama to render care. So I can go on and on and on. But again, not only from the Siunarine family, but from the Sital family, the Bisoon family, the Maraj family, all those who have interfaced with Popla, we would like to say thanks. Now, he had a very, very spiritual side, but he also had a very spirituous side. And so, two of his very good friends, the Buchun families, Big Butch and Small Butch and myself, Pandit, with all due respect to you, we will enjoy a cold salad. And Claudius will understand clearly what I am saying. So, we would like, in closing, to say thanks to Shama for the care that she offered to her two daughters, Savi, young attorney, and Jaya, who is away, that they will continue to grow from strength to strength and live the life that the Bourge lived and live the legacy that he left for them. I salute this man, my uncle. I give thanks to him for being part of his life. I will say farewell, my good Bourge, a hero. Farewell, a great uncle. Farewell, a legend. God bless. Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Vish, for those sentiments expressed. And again, as what he has rightfully said, is that so much and so much could be said on behalf of this goodly gentleman. And that is the importance of life upon this earth, whilst you dare do what you could do, whilst you could do, when you could do. Okay, so Bolo Shri Ram Nam Satya Hai Sabhi Ho Gata Hai. We are nearing the end of the ceremony here. And all we can do is beg the Lord's mercy and the Atma of the soul. But Vish, I must thank you so much for taking this initiative to do everything that is humanly possible on the demise of your late uncle. Right? Remember, his sons are not here, though they are looking on, where they are in Australia, England, and family and so on. But physically, they cannot be here. And as a blood connection, you are rightfully the correct person to do it, or it's you. Nival, we want to extend deepest condolences and sympathy to you also on the loss of your beloved son also. Let us stand at this time and offer prayer to Bhagavan. We say, Lord, please, one who has no other, listen to our humble prayer. If you can't search you want to sit, is all right. We request of you, for one who has no other hope and support, accept this Atma or soul at your feet. During the course of life, we do right, we do wrong. We are only humans. If any have sinned negatively, please forgive that Atma or the soul. You know, with all of that, teacher was such a humble person. It's something I can never forget, and probably I'll know that. When my mother died, the day for the Bhandara, he washed every pot. This was the man who sat down by that pipe and washed every pot after we finished Bhandara. Although we begged him, leave it. He said, no, I have to do this for you. I have to do this for you. That is the kind of humility. Kartiki was always there with us. He never missed that too. So Prabhu, all we can do, the currents of the waters of this world are torrentious and deep. A boat is needed to cross. The pathway to God's consciousness and your name makes this trip easier. O merciful and compassionate Lord, your beloved Father, have mercy upon this Atma. Without it, the freedom from the cycles of births and death become highly impossible. We beg of you as we put our hearts together, take care of this departed soul. Be pleased to keep it as your servants. We as your children, we pray on its behalf. Shri Krishna Chandra Maharaja Prabhu, Binati itni suniye. Shri Krishna Chandra Maharaja Prabhu, Binati itni suniye. जिनके कछु और अवलंबन ही तिनके चरणन रखिए रखिए। इसके अवगुण बहुतेरे है, यही बार क्षमा करिए करिए। यह मृतक जीव को सुधारो गति, निज दास बना रखिए रखिए। कोई पुत्र तुम्हार करे बिनती, निज धाम इसी को चाहिए चाहिए। श्री कृष्ण चंद्र महाराज प्रभु, बिनती इतनी सुनिए सुनिए, बिनती इतनी सुनिए सुनिए। Poets have put some beautiful words together expressing person of his personality, saying that though your smile is now gone forever and your hands we cannot touch, still we will have so many memories of the one we love so much. We will think of you in silence and often speak your name, and all we are going to have are your memories and your picture in a frame. Our hearts will ache in sadness and our silent tears will flow, for what it meant to lose you, no one will ever know. Your memory will be our keepsake, which we will never part, for the Lord has you in his keeping, and we have you in our hearts. Om Anadhi Nidhano Deva Sanka Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundrikaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Krishna Krishna Kripalu Tvam Gatinangatir Bhava Sansar Magnanang Prasiddha Purushottamam. Om Tat Sat Pretatma Shanti Tat Sat Pretatma Shanti Tat Sat Pretatma Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bolo Shri Ram Naam Satya Hai Sab Hi Ho Ghat Hai. Please be seated. Wish offer a flower, bow to his feet. What we like that is that he has a stalwart of his Dharam Patni, and she needs a little more care this time. Please, all try your best and take care of this good lady. Dhanyabad. Okay. Huh? No. Gotta go wrong way with that. Yeah. All right. So from here, we'll be going on to the home, and we will do the first manzil there, and then leave for Alan's crematorium in Arima. Okay? Shidi. All these rest of flowers and so on, you can put it there. Yeah. You have some there, yeah. Let me just stress this, yeah. You ready to move on? We coming out in a minute. All right.
D? Yeah, we'll come back and see about that. Yeah. We go in now. You know where the cinema used to be?
Oh, yeah.
The Costa is?
Bank?
Yeah, so you turn in that street. I'll open this wing mirror, alright? Yeah, we're going through the back. Because he going now. Sangre Grande. Go there, I want my seatbelt. Straight. Bring my extension thing by. We're going with cable, so I shouldn't need it here. Although I walk with the Holy Land just in case. But I didn't bring her. I bring it on batteries, so I don't need this. Power. Straight over. Well, sorry, yes. You need to turn here. Turn right by the corporation now. Corner by the school. Regional Corporation. Oh shit. I bring my laptop out? No. Must forget something. Going down, so right? See it is the end of the street down, so. The connector for this to bring the camera into it. I don't need this. I only need that thing. Should I switch to that one time? Let's see how best we could park somewhere here together. Because the host can need to park in front of the house. So yeah, it's up there.
Up?
Yeah, I think it's the last house. It's his house. Find out from the pundit where we could park. Gosh, boy. Like you gotta. You can't even turn. You gotta drop me off, I guess. Let's see. Give me this. Oh. Just now, I'll tell you. Hi. Oh, we could park there? Okay.
Inside the body will be placed there.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Set up here. Go ahead, set up the camera. Oh.
All right, so you're here him now, Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Say, you talking to me? Say something.
Sure, hello? Yes?
You hearing him here? Uh-huh. Okay then. All right. Okay. Bonnie said that your live stream is on and your voice is coming through and people listening. And they hearing you talking, everything you say.
Understood.
So she's hoping that they could cut off that until you're ready to come back on the stream.
ना छिपा के दिल की छाले ये पत्थर का देश है पगले कोई न तेरा होए तेरा दर्दन जानी कोई तेरा दर्दन जानी कोई इंजरी की पंजीरे तेरा दर्दन जानी कोई तेरा दर्दन जानी कोई राम नाम सत्य है सब ही हो भत है गोविंद जय जय गो no ya ni se que nada y Luis buena vera गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय. When they come back here, they have to touch certain things by the gate, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you have we have one cutlass to carry.
Yeah, you have a couple.
So yeah, other things here. We have
Shall I have a couple of something somewhere here? Everything here. Yeah, I'll sit here so we can make a couple of all right, I will anything from here. Somebody has bag here.
yeah.
I will put it.
Yeah, okay. Press it back, please. Mama pujikan, berikirikan. You have a
But what you going to do?
fire.
Yes.
The one you pitch right, but you pitch right here.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we have some food.
Put some pork, put a pretty satisfying and jazzy balance now. No, we have pitch fine in Monday, every Friday. My idea was in the temple. Yeah, but I have no money. I forgot only day. So we have to carry this one.
No. Yes, no. Yeah, we do. Go back.
I'll forgive her and the Popla and
Everything. That's no problem, but you will not walk with the water. What we have to do?
You are bag in the house from a tree.
this not the here, but you want to put grass to our
You would like to make that.
we need to this have things in it.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, this is yeah.
I think that staying here, that staying here to do the caravan, that push grass.
I have put
Yeah, but you need it for here now, you have to use that one, yeah. And because you want for the,
Right, we have
no, we have to carry him box. So you have that.
everything here. Go by everything.
you want another box?
You, yeah, it has a.
You want this one to go down here? I
Pound, ma had it upstairs.
I just pick up coconuts when I get so when I alone there these days I think coconuts in bed. I ain't know what came in here. I ain't know what came in the bedroom.
But it has 5 pieces here, Condit. Look, you don't want these?
Yeah, that's a carry.
Oh, what 2 sets? You want 2 sets?
No, we have to want to remain here. This piece is big, and so I just got it.
Simone, I say I don't fix fine. I fine.
You want pizza camp? So we have the camp. Okay, right.
You want to be
I'm Condit said he's doing this. No. Spread it out now. I'm doing it, and I think I'm going to
put it down here.
This is where you're looter. Right, gotcha. No, I have normal bottles. You want a normal bottle?
Yeah.
We have.
Bring 2 bottles, if you want.
Claudia, you have water bottles in it. You have water.
I have
Small one?
We got it.
This new, you know, this one new. It had another.
Sitaram Jai Sitaram Bhajuman Pyare Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Vandita Pavan
small box.
No, it have. No, we put one already.
Okay.
Hari Om.
And if you want one, you have one right here. Take all the clothes and give you that. When a bigger bottle, Mama.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
Where we all said.
Look, somebody knows. I'm here. You have to pay all the
Twice. No, what twice?
That is not how to talk of you.
Okay.
Funded you one more time and I'll start and get down. One.
I don't.
And really Popla.
All right. Somebody else.
If anybody wants to have a water, we have water.
Spin it around. When you come here, you spin it around. What's he like here? Hello, Shri Ram Naam Satya Hai.
Yeah. Ready?
Take a spin. Spring.
Sinora?
Yes, spin wrong again to put it on, eh?
Maybe share out your straw. Yes. Satya Hai.
Make somebody roll a paper. Leave me. Have you my own?
No.
Run up on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I won't store them in the box.
Oh, Madhyamu Kayotrasya Mukapritasya Madhusani Shaunabet. Om Andiamo con l'opera, siamo completa, siamo cristiani, siamo Dipam, dipam, mayati, yatiho, patishkata. Surya Shakti Gapshati Vartaman Garaksha Pradhisha Dharmana Apo Gapshati Tatra Dehitam Ausadhisu Pratikishta Sharira Pancha Tattva Shanti, Pancha Tattva Shanti, Pancha Tattva Shanti. You got it down from the right hand to the left hand. Rest in the left hand, come back on the side.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Right hand. Open this in the right hand. O Madhyamu Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Dwar Dekhe Pantaniye Deshtutai Vasuva Ejito Pindo Mayati Yateho Patishkata. That part is someone in my Madhyamu Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Tilandisya Mayati Yateho Patishkata. Bolo Shri Ram Ram Satya Hai Samhi Ho Ghata Hai. Somebody will take the sun, the Sada Guru. We can now load it. Do you want to leave it? Kalau separat baksa di Bourge, baksa trolley thing, just before the drive, for out here.
So, tell them which one of our
Yeah.
Which one you say? This box here. You want to carry around?
You put her in.
Okay.
Look, just walk going to.
They want a little bucket for down there too?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Full box.
When they come back.
We taking up the cardboard pandit?
Well, that you had the Scottish powers and you had in the river somewhere.
All that
So all, okay.
It was by the cremation site, you could get in the river, but the crematorium don't have a river.
Okay.
So you'll have to pick it up and drop it down to the river afterwards, right?
No, this is the one you come from. You want to put on here already.
Alright. See, we heading down to Allen. Yeah? What you doing, baby? You staying here or you coming? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. No, when you drive now, go to Uncle Dudu, and after we will sort of, who will come back, and we come back up. We were coming back to Grand, no, you wouldn't come now.
Are you coming?
Yeah, you are coming with him.
Yeah.
Yes, she's coming with him.
Don't worry, all of
And you stay? Oh, all right. Go with them. I will close the gate for you. Go. I will close the gate.
Yeah, I have it. Savvy, baby. Auntie Cecilia is going with Uncle Vishnu. Would you like to go with Uncle Vishnu? Because he's coming back here. All right, okay. Let me get my handbag with
बोलो श्री राम नाम सत्य है सब ही हो पता है अब ये वहां पे मैंने कहा this नाम सत्य है that was right
turn around to the back
and spin around back right go ahead close the hand up go on this side hold with your left hand which hand hold it left hand facing front just put arm right you should have hello
ready?
Yeah.
Let's go up.
right there just spin right there spin right here right cut spin around that's right spin around Very good. Andiamo oltre, capito?
CDC ceremony, you could go diagonal and see the ceremony.
Direi banci semplicemente,
Besides that 24th one.
East. Over your head.
open and happy. Andiamo oltre, siamo coprita, siamo visrata, tau, tutta namna di vita, tutta di tua, magari in vivo, patista tanto. Così andiamo oltre, siamo coprita, siamo delante, siamo magari in vivo, patista tanto. Bolo Ram Ram, Satya Hai Sabahi Ho, Hadate. So, living is spin around. You go do one right up here. And the last one on this side, everybody else. Do it.
Go ahead.
Together.
Spin around.
Go, you know, the winter.
Yeah, you go.
Spin around.
Is the same?
Yeah. Somebody bring out the boys?
Yeah.
So that's okay. That's what we had. Yes, this is such a
Everybody ready? Yeah. Yeah, that's in time, eh? Okay, let's put it on. Yeah.
What again you missing bandage? Inside. One stop.
Good comida.
Rita Swaha, Ketikyan Swaha. Yes, sir. Om Agyam Mutrasya Mutrapritasya Ganisani Mukanjam Ganetu Kumariko Vansari Joko Iwana Pachakti Imanan Mogarikya Namaha Om Bhore Mahadhai Di Pachako Derika Kamu Diham Arvan Om Prem Mahai Swaha Kaito Prem Samhyai Swaha Prem Pai Swaha Prem Kumai Pai Swaha Prem Bharti Swaha Boleh karya Weta Kunomi Slogan of chicken, Rupiah Rati Namaha, Rupiah Rati Namaha, Rupiah Rati Namaha, Multiply. Aganti Uttarapi. For 15 and then we have, you can write it down, what is the specific side?
One line up.
Alright, you're right there.
Yes, right up. One line down.
Alright, wait. Because we come walk right from our control and rest again, right? Yes. Operating the return Right. Come here. Yes, touching box and go. Om Kriya Rati Namaha Hari Om Shri Aramadhan Samadham Om Shri Om Shri Panchmavata 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 Om Aramadhan Samadham Om Panchmavata. You can go right there also. You can go right there also. Yeah? All right. Oh, Vata. Dharma, Dharam, Samayugatam. Oh, Harpriya, Samayugatam. Oh, Shri Panchmavata. And oh, Dharma, Dharam, Samayugatam. Oh, Harpriya, Samayugatam. Oh, Shri Panchmavata. Now here, take this last one. In the last one. We need to try a light in it. Go ahead, touch it up. I love it. Right, you come out and you look. Hold on, I can't go. Oh, in the first small Baba.
Right in the end, Baba.
Arima, Dharam, Samayu, Bata, in the first small Bata. Come right here. First one, go. Yeah, I know. 90, that's how it is. Wait. 90 cat one. No, just push it back up. Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, all right. You want to see one more time?
Let them one take a final look at them.
Yeah. Last view, please.
Last time you side there, sir.
What's on your side? What do you?
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Come on this side.
Come on this side. Pick it up.
Jump is a white club.
Apa itu ni?
Right, good.
Dia bagi foot.
That flower is
Yeah, I want to pick it up. Yeah, let it go in and look. What about you? How was it? That's what you need to go?
Yeah, right up inside, right side, right?
Sure.
Okay, light up now.
Go ahead.
Everybody ready?
Yeah. Everybody?
Everybody good?
Yeah, very good. बोलो राम नाम सत्य है सब ही हो खत्म है Ini
Shiva.